Hey everybody, it's Liz. Today I'm coming at you with a couple of projects that I've been working on. Just a few items for Halloween, of course. And unfortunately, Halloween's like my favorite time of year. I think I say this all the time, but I've been a little stressed out, and it's like all the ideas that I had in my head just went out the door. So I literally have had no mojo in the last maybe 2 weeks. I've been worried about my mom. My mom's going into surgery tomorrow. My son's getting deployed to the Middle East. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to worry about. But I'm trying not to stress out. And of course, my craft room's my sanctuary. I come in here and I try to craft. I've come in here the last couple times and I'm like nothing. Absolutely nothing. So what I did is I decided to challenge myself and get maybe some of my mojo back. And one thing I noticed is if you're like me, you have a lot of embossing folders. I know I have a ton, and I especially have, quite a bit for Halloween. And with the ones that I have for Halloween, that's the only time of year I can use them. So I thought, you know what, let me bring them all out and then just see if my mojo comes back. Sometimes when I challenge myself, that's when I kind of start getting creative. So, and that's really what the projects that I'm sharing with you today are focused on, is the embossing folders. Like I said, I have quite a bit, so let me share with you some of the ones that I used, and then hopefully this will inspire you to get out your embossing folders, because I know I love them, they're so fun, and I'm always buying new ones, but I notice that I don't use them as much, as I should. So this is one of the first ones that I used. And this is the embossing folder right here. This is from Derice, and I think I got this at Tuesday Morning, I think last year when they had them all for 99 cents. And I thought they were super cute because it's like the little witch legs. So I thought, oh my gosh, this would be so fun. And then I'll show you the embossing folder, and then of course I'll show you the project that I created with it. So that's the embossing folder, really, really fun. And I decided to create a card. And here's my card. It is very, very simple and very basic. I call it a 5-minute card because you can whip these up in no time. And so what I decided to do, because the embossing folder is the focal point, I chose a black cardstock so that the legs can really stand out. And they're so cute. And I just have it backed up onto some fun polka dot Halloween paper from my stash. And then with the little buckles, I added some glue to the middle and then sprinkled some silver glitter just to kind of give them that sparkle. And I thought that was just a little fun touch. And then over here I've got this cute little spider hanging on a web. Can you see the web? Basically it's just a line. I just took like a clear embossing powder and I heat set that to create, the look of the web. And then I just have one of these cute little stickers. These are from the Pebbles stickers that everybody's picking up at Tuesday Morning as well, and I just have a little spider on there, so it's like dangling, and it's so cute because it looks like it's going to land on her shoe. And then this is one of the banners that I have. This is the Tim Holtz banner. It's the long strip, and it comes in different sizes, and I always love using this for Halloween because it's all tattered and worn. And then I just stamped on it, it says "The Witch is In" with one of my stamp sets, and then I distressed the edges with some black soot. And like I said, it's a very, very simple card, literally 5 minutes to make this card. But I think it's so cute, and like I said, I wanted the embossing folder to be the focal point. I didn't want to add a bunch of embellishments, so really a simple card. And this one is 4.5 by 6, so it's a good size. And then because I had so much fun making that one, I decided to create a second one. This one I did in purples and greens, and basically just the same thing. What I did here though, I did reverse the image. If you notice on here, take a look at the difference in the shoes. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically I used the other side, the debossed side, I think that's what it's called. And again, I just layered it with some patterned paper. This time I added glitter to the outside of the buckle rather than the inside, and some of that glitter's coming off, but I'll just brush it off, no big deal. And then over here I decided to do some embossing, but create more of a spider web and spider look. I really like this cute little spider, so I thought I'd use it. And this is from an older stamp set. I don't have the packaging, but I have it like this. It was, I think it's called Halloween Owl. I got it, sorry about the glare, it's Recollections from, I don't know, like maybe 2 years ago, but that's the spider web right there, and it was so cute. So I decided to stamp that on there and then emboss it with black, and it just, I love the way it looks because it gives it that really shiny enamel look, so cute. And the same banner die, the same stamp, oops, sorry, it's not focusing. I hate this camera. I need to get a new one. I really do. The one that I want is about $600, so yeah, I'm saving my pennies. I'm getting a new camera by the end of the year. I do not care. But anyway, so that one's that, and like I said, very, very simple, 5-minute card, really good size too. And then I left the inside, just blank, so that I can add a pattern paper and then my sentiment, or my message. So that's the first one. And then the second one that I created was using this embossing folder. And this is an embossing folder by Sizzix, Tim Holtz. It's the Alterations. And I love this one because it's like the poison label, and it is so cool. It came in a 2-pack, so this is one of them. And believe it or not, I've never used this embossing folder, even though I've had it for years. And like I said, I buy embossing folders and I just don't use them as much. And they're so fun and so easy, So here's the card I created using that embossing folder. And I thought this one would be fun to create sort of like an apothecary mad science card. And so, mad scientist. And this is what I did. I cut out, or I embossed the poison label using black cardstock, and then I cut it out and distressed all of the edges to make it look like a big giant label. And then that's going to be my focal point of my card. I layered some orange cardstock and a pattern paper right on top of the other, distressed all the edges with black soot. And then I have them laying on top of one another. Of course, everything is popped up on some foam to give it more a dimensional look. And then because I'm going with the mad scientist look, I did some apothecary labels. This is the Tim Holtz Movers and Shaper, the mini bottles. And I used vellum to make them look like frosted glass. And they turned out really cool. So I just inked the edges with some black soot. And I actually cut out the tops using some cork paper that I have. I thought that would be a cute little touch. And then I just cut the little edges and sort of made it look like, the corks are in there. So cute. And I distressed them with some black soot. These labels right here are from a 7 Gypsies label sticker that I have. I have a ton of them. I think I gave some away during my Halloween de-stash. But they're so cute because you can just pop them onto the bottles, and they give it a more realistic look. And I went over it a little bit, the edges, with some my black marker, distress marker, just to make them stand out more. And then here I have one of the little corks at the bottom because this particular bottle was open, and then you can see like the fumes coming out, or the magic, And this is just like this little flourish that I had in my stash. It was much bigger, but I cut it off just so that I could have this part right there. The spider webs that you see in the background here and here are from, they're from American Crafts, and I picked these up last year, I think, at TJ Maxx. I've seen them at Tuesday Morning as well. I know some of you ladies have hauled them. And they're really cool because they're die cut. They're really good size. Of course, you can cut them in half and pieces and stuff and add them to your projects, which is what I did here. I just cut it in half. So half up here, half down here. And then these cute little spiders, or creepy spiders, are from the Martha Stewart sticker collection that I've shared many times because it's one of my favorites. And then I have another spider up here. That one you can barely see, but I thought they just give it that creepy look. So really fun card, and it's a great way to use that poison label. So that is that one. The next embossing folder that I used is this one. And what was fun is the fact that once I got started, I got my mojo back. So I was really excited about that. But this is the second one here, and this is also by Sizzix Alterations. And I believe this one and the poison label came together. I cannot remember. But this one is really fun, really cool. It's got a skeleton on there, the crow or the raven, the scaredy cat. It's like a collage. So it's a really cool embossing folder. With this one, I decided to create a tag, and more of like an elegant tag. And this is what I came up with. And I think it turned out really pretty. I wanted just to do black and gold. So that's why, that's all you see is black and gold. I thought that would be just a really fun combination, different, for Halloween. So it turned out really nice. I cut out some heavy-duty black cardstock using my Tim Holtz tag die set that I have. And then I cut out this black and gold striped paper from one of my paper collections. I embossed this image here, and of course I had to cut it down to size, so I don't have the full image, but as long as I have that little skeleton, that is all I care about. He is adorable. I love him. And what I did here is I wanted to give him a metallic look. Do you see that? It is so pretty. I have some metallic paint. It's by Craftsmart. No, I'm sorry, Folk Art. It's called, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name right now. I'm so sorry. But basically, I just took some gold metallic paint, and of course, any brand will do. I used baby wipe, and I dapped it onto my paint, and then, of course, kind of brushed it onto another piece of paper just to have a little bit of paint. I don't want like a lot. And then I lightly rubbed on all the raised areas, all the areas that got embossed, just to give it that really cool look. And I think it turned out awesome. I love it. And in the background, all you see is this little scraggly stuff. This is from the dollar store. It's that what's that called, that creepy cloth. I just added little bits here and there. And of course everything is on foam tape or foam to give it a lot of dimension. Here the little reinforcer is part of this tag set, and I cut that out using some gold foil paper and I attached it on there. And then I used the gold foil paper to cut out the 31 as well. This is from the Mover and Shapers die, also by Tim Holtz. And these really fun stickers, this one says the witching hour is here. These are really fun, you guys. I got these, let's see, where are they? I got these a couple of years ago at Michael's. They're by Recollections. You get 142 pieces, and they're black and gold, and they're so fun. Look at all the different sayings, right? Just perfect. And I thought it was so cute for a tag, so that's why I decided to, add it on here. Of course, I cut it up because it was much longer. I thought it looks better like that, staggered. So really cool. And this was such a simple tag. I finished it off with some crinkled seam binding that I dyed, of course, and then a little piece of tulle that ties the bow together, and in the middle just a black rhinestone. So really pretty, very simple tag, and it was just so fun to be able to use those embossing folders in different ways, and definitely inspired me to get my mojo back, or like get my creativity going, because I'm telling you, I would come in here and just look at this room and I would want to make something so bad, because it helps me to not stress out, you know what I mean? It calms me, and I just couldn't do anything. And so I said, you know what, I've got to find a way to challenge my mind, and maybe I can come up with something. So next card, moving along here. I don't want to bore you to death with all my talk, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on. But anyway, this is the next one that I used, and this is also by Tim Holtz, Physics Alterations. And like, can you tell I love Tim Holtz? Yeah. So this one's really fun too, and this one I've only used maybe once or twice before. I've had it forever, and I really like all the different words and the different fonts, and it's just really fun for Halloween. And like I said, it's really the only time of year you can use it. So I'm like years and years, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these embossing folders are not getting used. Not cool. So here is the card I created using that embossing folder, and I went for a more subtle look, a more subtle embossing. And this one was really fun and simple as well, but I mean, I just love the way it turned out because it's so cute. It's different, you know? And so basically I just cut out a piece of pattern paper. I think, let me show you the paper that I used for this one. It's really a fun paper. It's by American Crafts, and I picked this up recently. It is called Haunted Hollow. I got it at Tuesday morning. I'm sure you guys have seen it. There's lots of you were hauling it, but I thought it would be really fun to use this paper since I hadn't used it yet. So I went ahead and cut out a piece. I embossed it using that embossing folder I shared with you, and then here I just cut out another piece of pattern paper. I've got some black cardstock down here that I used my scallop edge die to create that look, that little scallop look. And then I went and used this really cute little chipboard haunted house. This was from another Tuesday morning find, I think last year as well. This is this one here. This was so really cool. I'm so glad I found this. This is the After Dark chipboard collection. I had picked it up at Tuesday morning last year, and I wanted to use a couple of other pieces, but I was inspired by the little house, so that's what I used. And basically I just wanted to create like a little mini scene right here in the middle, you know what I mean? And so I cut out some little grass. Again, I've shared this die before. Out of black cardstock, I punched out a circle here for the moon, and then I've got a couple of cute little punched out bats that I love. They're in my stash. And check out that ghost. Look how cute that is. Oh my god, I love him. He is actually a little sequence piece from, let me see if I find it. Oh, where'd it go? I got this at the 99-cent store, you guys. Look how fun these are. And these are really cool. Bunch of mixed sequins. There's spiderwebs, ghosts, spiders, pumpkins, all kinds of things. And that little ghost was just so cute. When I opened the bag, he just came out of the bag. So I was like, oh, gotta use him. And just look how cute he is. So I've got him right in front of the haunted house. And then over here, I just have a couple of cute little stars that I had in my stash. I thought they would complete the look of the night sky, if you will. So really cute and simple card. And on this one, I rounded just these edges here with my corner rounder thingy, and just, it's really cool. And I love how the embossing is very subtle, you know what I mean? You can barely see it. You'd have to really take a look, and of course you have all this writing from the paper, and it just looks really cool. Alright, so the next one that I used, and this one was so much fun. I had a lot of fun with this one. This is the last embossing folder that I used. I've got more, but this, I'm going to make the video a little bit shorter. I didn't want it to be so long, but this one was really fun too. This is also by Tim Holtz, and it's got a bunch of words, and it was just such a fun one to use. And so this is the card that I created using that embossing folder, and I think this one is adorable. It turned out so cute. I had more of like a kid's card in mind, so I wanted to make it cutesy rather than creepy. And basically I just started off with the black cardstock. I used orange cardstock to emboss that, you know, all those words on there, and I adhered it to the black base. And then if you can tell, all the corners are rounded. Like I said, I wanted to give it a more cutesy look. I don't know, when you round the corners, to me it's more like cutesy. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And let me see, I'll share with you the paper collection. Let's see, this one I also got it Tuesday morning. I'm getting all my stuff at Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning had a lot of fun Halloween items this year, so that was really cool. This one's by Echo Park, and it's called Halloween, and it's so fun. It's perfect for little kids. I had passed this up several times, and then like maybe the third or fourth time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it because I know I can definitely use it. And this is the sticker that I use. That's a little Frankenstein, and of course I've used a couple of other stickers on there. And I just thought it was really cute and fun and playful. And so that's the pattern paper that I used. Here I used my Martha Stewart punch to punch out these spider webs, and I have them going on each side of the strip of paper. And then of course a black circle cardstock piece and another circle from the paper collection. And then I have that little Frankenstein popped up on some foam. It's so cute, and he's just a sticker, so simple to put this together. I didn't really have to die cut a whole lot, you know. And then I gave him googly eyes because I thought they were just so fun and give him that little wonky look or derpy look. And then here's another sticker from that collection. It says Boo to You, and I've got that popped up on some foam tape, and I just adhered it right on top. And then to top it off, I just have some little bats that I die cut using some scraps of black cardstock, and that's a die set from one of my many Halloween sets. But it turned out really cute, and it's so fun. And like I said, the best part is that I had my mojo back, and that I was able to use my embossing folders that I never get to use, or that I never use. I don't know why, I forget about them, because they really add like really fun touches to the cards, you know what I mean? They sort of do all the work for you, because a lot of the detail is already there. So I mean, I don't know why I don't use them as much, but I had to use them. These are once a year uses, you know what I mean? I'm not going to use these for Christmas, so I had to bust them out and play with them, and I'm so glad I got my mojo back. So hopefully this inspires you to bring out your embossing folders for Halloween, because I'm sure you have some, those of you that craft for Halloween. So definitely bust them out, you guys, and create some cards and some tags and some fun other things. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video short because I've got more embossing ideas, and I'll share those with you. Can't even talk, on the next video. So thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.